Have you ever thought about flying your own airplane over the Grand Canyon? Well, today on FlyWire, Dana and I are going to do just that. We're headed out to the Skywalk, kind of scary, but we're going to do it. And then we're going to go to the Grand Canyon after that. So come along for the ride. Hi, I'm Scott Perdue, and today on FlyWire, we're headed out to the Grand Canyon with a few stops in between. First stop is, gotta fortify, is breakfast at the Sunshine Tailwinds restaurant. It's at North Las Vegas Airport. It's a cute little place on the second floor of the terminal. It's got aviation stuff all over the walls, friendly staff, really good food. As a matter of fact, all the locals eat there instead of going to the casinos. It's cheap, plus a great view, and that's a bonus. From there, our plan is to fly east over Nellis Air Force Base, and hopefully we'll get through Class B without a problem. After that, we're going to fly over Lake Mead and onto the Grand Canyon West Airport. The Hualapai Indian tribe runs a tourist operation there based at the airport, and I've heard that you can catch a helicopter ride down into the canyon itself. And we're not going to do that one, but we are going to go do the overlooks at the ridges. And one of the things we want to see there is the Skywalk. It's a glass walkway sticking out over the canyon itself, and I think it's about 2,000 feet over the canyon. You're looking right through glass, right through your feet, kind of scary. And from there, we plan on going over the Grand Canyon through 3 of the VFR Corridors and then on to Flagstaff. We're expecting it to be a beautiful day today. The sky is a sharp, clear blue, and the winds are light. I think it's going to be fun. So let's check it out. This is my flight path from North Las Vegas over Nellis and then over Lake Mead. Really wasn't a problem. The Class B folks here were very, very accommodating. This is looking into the canyon. The Grand Canyon West is there right next to the lip of the canyon. It's pretty awesome. And the other thing that's really interesting is just how many helicopters. There must have been 24 helicopters operating out of Grand Canyon Airport. And you can see there's a parking lot too. So anybody driving up there to do anything on reservation, they go to the airport and they get bused someplace. So we are on the right base to the runway. You're not supposed to go to the Grand Canyon, so traffic is on the west side. And winds are pretty good from the east today. Not too bad, really. The other thing that's interesting about Grand Canyon West Airport is this huge ramp, and for us this day there was nobody on it, so maybe this is a summertime thing. But all the GA parking here is on the south side, and there's just a note in the notes about that, about where to park, and there is no structure at all to help you out. And that white building there, and I'm going to point it out with an arrow, that's basically where you pick up your bus passes and whatnot. You buy your tickets. There's nobody to meet you. There's fuel truck there, but I'm not sure how it all works. That's the white building there. And so you just walk out there, go out the gate, and then in that white building, the next building is where you go to, you don't report or anything. They don't even know you're there, but just get the gate code from the helicopter people. That was the bus where you catch the bus out here. This is Eagle Overlook, and that's where the Skywalk is there, and there's a restaurant upstairs. That's where we're going to eat lunch, and that was the overlook right there, looking at the canyon. This is what it's named after right here. That is the Eagle, and it's pretty cool. And that's the Skywalk. A little bit scary. It's not really a huge deal. There it is overlooking the Eagle there. That's a pretty cool thing.
101 Zulu, weather, wind 270 at 19er, gust 29er, visibility 10, clear below 12,000, temperature 11 Celsius, dew point -3, altimeter 29er, 64, remarks, density altitude 5,800.
We're here at Grand Canyon West, and we're fixing to take off. Crosswind is pretty stiff from the west. And we dallied too long at the Skywalk. It looks like we're going to have a few clouds dealing with it, or messing with us as we fly over the Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon West traffic white Bonanza taking active 17 Grand Canyon West. Alright, you ready to fix?
I'm ready.
Positive rate. Gear up. Go away, bird. We're gonna do a couple laps here just to gain altitude before we strike out over the canyon.
Landmark 34, River for the Thunder 2.2. Canyon 86 River, Blue Ridge 195. Landmark 48 River for 2.3. Crossing quartermaster westbound, outside 5000.
Alright, for this part of the canyon we have to be above 8,000 feet. Now we're approaching that.
Copy for 1, exiting west end, green 4, 5000 west. Copy on 10, lifting over Mountain Denver.
The best thing to do would be to pull this down. Alright, altitude's good.
Copy on 102.2 at the beach.
36 rebound towers off green 4 out of 4.9, training base. Heavy on 4 PSA 41 climbing. Tower 29 bad tower 5000 beach. Alrighty, 66 bad towers 5000 off the green 4 training base. Point Bravo, 4.3, training base.
Copy on 10, quartermaster point, 3.0, walk up.
66, point route, 4.1, straight base. Tower 29, point Bravo, 2.5 beach.
Flying over it right now, getting close to it. Looks pretty muddy down there.
Nature's still taking its course.
This is a sporty ride.
Ladies and gentlemen, please tighten your seatbelts. Make sure your tray tables are in the upright position or whatever that is.
For back down, just 5,000.
2705 now. There we go.
I don't think you're going to get up to 11.5 here anyway.
No, it doesn't look like it. Perhaps over there. We don't have to be there until over there in front of us. We can't do that. We'll exit around the Grand Canyon Airport. We can't fly over the main colorful part of the canyon unless we're in the corridors. I can see the Colorado out the left side here. It's all in shadow though. Updrafts. Michael would be happy.
Get some good gliding going.
Yeah. 86, 20 mile fix, blue directional, 8,000 for step.
I think I would prefer to be in a powered airplane. There's not many good places to land a glider here.
Yeah, no. And the winds are so high, probably if you land on a peak or a plateau, it'd knock you off.
There's some snow over here at the higher elevations. A little dusting of snow.
Well, kind of looking at this map, the way it's working, we're supposed to go north. The tuck-up corridor is right up there. The Dragon corridor is over there. But you see how dark it is? There might even be some rain over there. Don't want to mess with that. The Diamond Creek area right now. $9,000 and above we can be. We're at 95. I want to go to the Supai sector, and I'm not sure we can make it to 10,000 feet, so we might have to ditch out completely. It just doesn't look, I mean, I think we can make it to 10, but we can't fly a VFR hemispheric. There. So, I think it looks like we're going to have to ditch out of this. Can I see the camera? Guess we messed up going to do the Skywalk. Good weather was when we were there.
It's still some pretty spectacular scenery, regardless of not being able to go all the way into the canyon.
It is. Get a sense of how bumpy it is, though. Okay. Flagstaff is just right over there. I think we can get to 10, but I don't think we can get to 11.5. We have to be at 11.5
Yeah.
to make it through that.
Don't want to be doing moisture at this altitude
Yeah, it's below freezing.
this time of the year.
I'm not even sure we could get to 10.5. That only looks about 1,000 feet above us. Be 10.5. That's a westbound altitude. Oh. Bummer. Well, there you go. That's flying the Grand Canyon. You got to pick your day. Got to pick your weather. Got to be able to stay VFR.
Yeah, this is showing rain over there. Looks like, is that green rain?
Yeah, the green is right.
Oh, good call not to head that direction.
Yeah. All right, there's the Lonely Mountain, so we'll go to Flagstaff. 8 Whiskey Bravo, 3 miles.
As a Whiskey Bravo, runway 21 clear to land, wind 200 at 26, gust 41.
210 clear to land for 8 Whiskey Bravo, thank you. Right gear's coming down. Fortunately, it's pretty much down the pike.
41.
Yeah, it's pretty high gust. So we're going to be a little bit fast. We're only going to use half flaps. And we have gear down, flaps ahead. Check gear down for me, for it.
You're down.
That was interesting.
Good job, we're on the ground and
As a Whiskey Bravo, you're going to the FBO?
Yes, sir.
As a Whiskey Bravo, turn right, Alpha 7, taxi to park, monitor ground point 9, have a good day.
Alpha 7, monitor ground point 9 for 8 Whiskey Bravo.
So when we got to Flagstaff, we got there about 2 hours before the snow fell. We ended up having to clean the snow off twice. It was pretty amazing. I wanted to include a few shots of that. These are my helpers cleaning the snow off, and then how much we had on the car and the airplane itself for the second time. It was reported over 36 inches in 2 weeks, or 2 days, sorry. And for me, that's a massive amount of snow. It was pretty amazing. In the end, we had to drag the airplane into the hangar to heat it up to clear off the frozen ice on the wings. Important safety tip is have an engine heater when you leave the airplane out in 10-degree weather and blowing snow. An important safety tip. So our plan was to be real efficient, and we were going to fly from North Las Vegas, over Lake Mead to the Grand Canyon West, and it was a pretty day, and we're going to do the Skywalk and look at the ridges and all that stuff. And the Skywalk was pretty cool. But we got to the airplane after lunch, and then we took off for the Grand Canyon. And while it's really well positioned, the winds were howling by the time we did that. And the forecast was apparently OB'd. And so we attempted to fly the Grand Canyon. As you saw, we fought the winds and basically the weather all the way to Flagstaff. So we broke the cardinal rule of flying in the mountains and the desert, and that is fly in the morning. If you want smooth air and nice VFR weather, fly in the mountains and in the desert in the morning, not in the afternoon after lunch. It was pretty rough as a cob. So, but you got to fly the Grand Canyon. You absolutely got to do that. Because it was truly amazing. Even the part we saw, we didn't get to go over the cool part, and I want to do that in the future because everything I hear about it is really cool. What we saw was fantastic. The colors are really amazing. And you can do it easy. It's an easy thing. If you got ForeFlight, I don't know about Garmin Pilot or Wing X, some of the others, but in ForeFlight, you zoom in far enough, you can see the corridors and you can see the waypoints, which aren't on the database on your GPS navigator. But it is very cool. All the comm is in there, the altitudes and everything like that. So check it out, do it on ForeFlight, and I think you'll have a lot of fun. So enjoyed making the video. Hope you enjoyed watching it. And if you did, hit subscribe. I really appreciate that. And well, we'll see you next time on FlyWire.